Everybody, and welcome back to All the Mods 9. How's your day been? Good? Let me know down in the comments below. So last episode, we got into extreme reactors. We got ourselves all of the reactors, all of the reprocessors and liquefiers, and whatever the hell they're all called, set up, making ourselves now Insanite, which is needed for the Philosopher's Fuel, which I think I've made all 20 of them. So managed to get ourselves everything we needed here, which is amazing, and everything is ready. Almost. We need to make ourselves a few new things now today, because I'm hoping by next episode we'll have ourselves our first ATM Star, if not all 20 that we want. 18 for the 2 different blocks for our B, and then 2 left over to do whatever we want with, which the first thing we're going to do is, of course, creative power. So, since last episode, other things I've been doing is I've been making myself a ton of this Garmambosia for Evilcraft, because now we need to make ourselves a ton of these Mace of Destructions, specifically 20 of them, so let's take those out. And we need to use these inverted Potentia orbs. The way you're supposed to use these, it says in here you just throw them into an environmental accumulator, but I tried that, it didn't work. But when you hold shift, it says struck by lightning, so I found if you just throw it out on the ground, use a charged snowball, lightning strike, now it is a charged or empowered inverted Potentia orb. And I've already gone ahead and made all 20 of them. So if we grabbed everything out of there, go in here, we should have enough to make all 20 of them. Probably more than 20 there, but sure. And now we need to fill these guys all up with blood. Down here, I've got myself a pedestal, and there is a spike trap on top of them, which is collecting blood, which goes down into this tank here, which we can use to fill up all of our maces here with our blood. It takes 4 buckets each, and there is 560 buckets in here, so we should have no issue with running out of blood. All right, there we go. We got 24 of them. That's not actually that bad. And then using all 24 of those, we can now make ourselves Oblivion shards. The Piercing Vengeance Focus, we made those last episode. I just made enough blood orbs to make 40 of them. Yeah, because we need 20 of them. And the Eternal Stellas are something we're still really slowly getting. I made myself a Stellarite B, and actually I made myself a Arcane Debris B. If we have a look in here, we can see here's our Stellarite B, and is it daytime? It is, so we can actually demonstrate it. I think there's like a 1% chance they will give us the Eternal Stella as part of that thing. So yeah, there you go. And then here, if we look, we get ourselves the comb, and this comb is used for making the Arcane Scrap, which is then I think needed for the probability, or is it the pulsating black hole, because we need these NT upgrade orbs, which requires the Arcane Salvage. So that's the reason we have those. All right, and if that's the case, then how many Oblivion shards can we make? 16. That's actually not that bad. I'm missing probably what, like another 20-ish Stellarite pieces, so that's actually not that bad. So we can throw those in here, and when we have enough to make 4 more, actually no, we only need 16 more, so that'd be good. All right, now what we need to do is actually set up a few new things. We need to go over to our immersive engineering area, and we're going to be setting ourselves up some new machines in here. We're going to need ourselves a refinery, and our refinery is 2 scaffolds. I've been memorized the actual layout. So pipes across the middle. It's light engineering blocks in the back, a heavy engineering block in the front, a redstone engineering block here, and then the last few pieces is just a 2x2 on each side out of iron sheet metal. And then you right click the center with a hammer, and there you go. And I need a second one right here. All right, there we go. And now we just need to hook it up to power. So we'll just grab out some energy cable here, run the power cable across. There we go. Now they're hooked up to power. What we need to do now is grab out some silver plates. Does this plate work? Apparently it does. I think we only need the one. So this will be a catalyst. That in there. Now if we grab out an exporter, we can export out all of the ethanol that we have been making through our corn. And we have 10k buckets of it. Perfect. So that, and there we go. Should I grab acceleration? Might as well. All right, and then we just need to hook this up. So give me out some flux cable or fluix cable. All right, there we go. So that should be going into here now and making ourselves acetaldehyde or something. Anyway, that's what we need. So that's going in here. Acetaldehyde. I'm going to call it that. That needs to now be pumped across. If we grab out ourselves a pipe, this needs to be piped across into the input right here. And we're actually going to get ourselves a second exporter on this side, run it up, and this guy's going to be creosote oil. We have plenty of creosote oil from our thermal series machines. tell this thing here to extract. And if we are looking here now, we are getting our acetaldehyde, and creosote oil makes phenolic resin. Using that phenolic resin now, we need to make ourselves a bottling machine. And let me try and remember the bottling machine layout. I think it's this. Redstone engineering block there, light engineering block there, 2 scaffolding right there, conveyor belts, and 1 immersive engineering fluid pump. I think the pump goes here, the conveyor belts have to go left to right, and then using the hammer... Oh, is it 2 up on this side? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And now using the fluid pipe will pump from here across into there. Can I use the hammer? Oh, I can use that. There we go. So you can see the little internal tank is filling up with phenolic resin. Over here now, we need to grab ourselves out a workbench, the engineer's workbench. So I need myself some slabs. Treated wood is pretty easy. It's just using creosote buckets and planks. So engineer's crafting table, some treated wood fence, and there we go. We have ourselves our engineer's work table. We need to make ourselves a blueprint, because if we're looking here at ourselves a plate mold, we need to sell some steel plates and wire cutters. And make sure it is the engineer's wire cutters. And if we look up blueprint now, we need ourselves the common patterns. Press molds. There we go. So this guy right here, bench down anywhere, that and there with that, and there we go. We got ourselves a plate mold. And all we have to do is just throw this on the conveyor. Oh yeah, we need to hook it up to power. Don't forget to do that. And off it goes. Fills it up. And now we have ourselves a duroplast sheet, and that is used to make ourselves these advanced electronic components, which are needed for the railgun, which is needed for the Nexium Emitter. Cool. Now we need to make 20 of them, because I think it's 1 plastic sheet per railgun. While those plates are being made, we need to make ourselves the electronic components. So this is where the other blueprint comes in, and that is crafting components, I think. So swap that out, and now we need to make ourselves the vacuum tubes, which is any type of glass, nickel plates, copper wire, and a redstone dust. All right, there we go. That's all the ingredients needed. So 3 stacks. Oh yeah, that should be more than enough. We only need 2 vacuum tubes per thing. And we also now need aluminium wire. How many plates have we got? 18. That is literally almost enough. And there we go. We have all 20. Now we can make ourselves our railgun. All right, so apparently 2 machines are completely overlooked. And we need ourselves a crusher, which is this guy right here. So craft you. And we need ourselves a squeezer, which should be you. There we go. So hooking this thing up here to power. This guy is only going to be used for making hop graphite. This guy right here is how we're going to make that hop graphite, the big crusher. So we just need to run power across. There we go. So this guy should be online if he has power. There's no interface on him. But anyway, we need ourselves coke coal, which we should have plenty of from our pyrolyzed oven. Using all of these blocks of coke coal, just come up here, try not to fall in. Let's turn on hover mode. Drop these in. You can hear the thing going off. And then down here, we grab ourselves out a chest. And this is where it's going to deposit the coke dust. All of that now will go over here into the industrial squeezer. Okay, I thought it wasn't working for a second there. And now we're getting ourselves hop graphite dust. And that hop graphite dust now is going to be used for making ourselves the HV accumulator. Now there is something else in here, which is just a bucket of redstone acid, which is just a bucket of water and redstone. 20 ingots, that should be plenty. All right, there we go. We have all 20 railguns. Now, next up, we could go on to create, but I'm going to hold off and just create for just a moment. What I want to go do now is get ourselves pneumatic craft set up. At least get the pressure building up in the chamber ready for us when we need this. So we're going to set this up in a mining dimension. Just going to do it over here since it'll be fairly simple. We need ourselves a pressure chamber interface, which is these reinforced blocks. So interfaces, we're going to make 1 window so we can see inside. We're going to need 1 pressure valve. We're also going to need an air compressor. Ooh, we're just out of that. And we're also going to get ourselves out some security upgrades. Just in case like it is at 100% maximum pressure, it doesn't explode if we're not here. Right, so it's very basic. It's just a 3x3. Valve on the back. This guy right here. We also need a tube. So that will go right there, provided with our pressure of air. You will go here and here. So this way the orange is on the inside, so that's the output. Blue is input. Glass in the front, and now we just finish building up the frame. There we go. So we got ourselves our pressure chamber. So in here goes the security upgrade, and in you goes the security upgrade. And to make it run, you just use blocks of coal. Very simple. Alright, now that will just run until it reaches a maximum of 5 bars. And for crafting ourselves our pulsating black hole, it needs to be at a minimum of 4.9. Cool. Let's move on now to create. Create is just going to be the easiest thing now, just to make ourselves our sequence assembly. Let's grab ourselves out a conveyor belt. Using some diamond sandpaper, we can now sand together this rose quartz, which is just regular quartz, and 4 redstone, into polished quartz, which is going to be used for making electrodes. Those electrodes are going to be used for making ourselves a deployer. The deployer is how we're going to auto-craft our sequence assembly setup here. So the other thing we're going to need now is a brass hand with some andesite alloy, and we need 3 of them. There we go. So let's start off by getting ourselves a gearbox right here, another gearbox over here, and then we'll get ourselves that, connect these across, there we go, and then we can put our 2 deployers right, or 3 deployers right there. Each one of these guys now are going to grab a hopper, okay, and depending on what way now the belt's going to end up moving, we're probably just going to use a simple water wheel because we don't need this thing to go fast. So we'll actually turn this guy here into a vertical one, and we'll dig out the spot here for a water wheel. Water wheel in the ground, and then just a bucket of water. You will spin that direction, point you up, connect you here, and you can see it is a very, very slow setup, but we can set up everything, and by the time we come back, it should be done. The other thing we need to make sure we do is use a funnel, and we'll use an entangled chest. Just so we don't have any issues, we're going to change this to frequency 10. Make sure I click change this time, unlike what I did with that tank. And then this one across right here. Using these 2 funnels now, we'll hook this up here and this up here. So you will be exporting out. So, oh yeah, we need to give these guys here power as well. Actually, this water wheel might not have enough stress. We might need to make ourselves an alternator. We'll see. Give me out a chain drive. Connect these 3 together. And now we just need to somehow connect it to here. Simple enough with a vertical gearbox. Gearbox go here. And another gearbox, actually. We need 2 vertical gearboxes. You go there. And then with a shaft, we'll connect it to the belt here. So it provides it with power. And okay, so this water wheel is enough. If I really wanted to make it go faster, I could. I could probably use also a hand crank on this thing and it'll work, but whatever. So what we need to make ourselves here is this precision mechanism. So that's a cogwheel, a large cogwheel, and an iron nugget. Now, it does have a 20% chance not to work. So, yeah. We're going to make it so gold plate is the only thing allowed out of the funnel. So, filter, only extract, put this in here. And as you can see, the whole stack went onto it, which I didn't necessarily want the whole stack, but sure, whatever. And then over here, it'll input everything. And just start now with cogwheels. Okay, so iron nuggets. Oops, no. Large cogwheel. This guy should have iron nuggets, large cogwheel, and then small cogwheel. So when it goes down, it will place it on this one. The first one will move along. There we go. And then it'll craft itself and it'll just do it over and over and over again. How many times does this need to do that? 5 times. Okay, yeah, this is going to take forever. Give me 1 second to see if I can speed this up. All right, this should work a lot better. I've made myself here a motor. Do I not have enough stress? Ah, come on. Okay, maybe the water wheel will be enough. Is it enough? It is. Okay, so it is crafting it. Perfect. And there's our motor. Give it. Come on. Okay, there we go. Use an electric motor. We can hook it up right there. Give it some power. And give it a amount of speed. Can I not give it power this way? Oh yeah, I forgot to select the network. There we go. Now we're making ourselves our precision mechanisms a lot quicker. How fast can we go without stressing this thing out? Oh, we can max it out. Amazing. So we're going to make it so it denies any precision mechanisms from being able to come out of this thing here. So that way now, any of that do get crafted will not go out. And it looks like we're missing more cogwheels and iron. There we go. Now we're getting all the precision mechanisms. Next step is to go to Mars. And how we're going to get to Mars now is we need to make ourselves a tier 2 rocket. So that's going to be using dash that we got from the moon, fins, and an engine. Tier 2 rocket. And I think I just put this down, shift right click, and it requires 3 buckets of fuel. There we go. And we should be good to go. Let me just throw this on my bag here, and let's head to Mars so we can get the next material, Ostrium, which is needed for the tier 3 rocket, which then allows us to get to Venus, which then allows us to get ourselves our calorite for the jet suit for the improbability device. Let's go. All right, we should hit the menu now. There we go. So we need to go to Mars. Land. And we'll wait till we're closer to the ground to apply the boosters. Or we could have fun. Jump out. Can I not jump out? I can't jump out. Okay, never mind. Thought I could jump out of the booster. Apparently not. All right. And there we go. Now we've made it to Mars. Before we do anything, waystone. Here we go. Now we dig straight down. And we're looking for a material called Ostrium. It should be like a dark... Oh, that's it right there. A dark gray. Now we just need to mine up enough of that to make ourselves a tier 3 rocket. All right, with enough Ostrium, we now have all the parts we now need to make the tier 3 rocket. So there we go. Tier 3 rocket, put you down. You need also 3 buckets of fuel. I have 3 buckets left, so that's good. So 1, 2, and 3. All right, let's go. All right, now we're in the menu. We want to land on Venus. Am I taking damage here? I think I am. I seem to be taking damage here for some odd reason. I should be able to breathe in here since I have space breathing enchantment, and also I have an oxygen can. Is there I might need the upgraded one. Oh, okay. So this one says hot dimension unavailable, on a hot dimension available. I might need to upgrade my oxygen tank, but I should have enough health here to last me. Let's go find ourselves some calorite. Oh yeah, waystone. And there it is. Now we just need to get enough to make ourselves our 20 jet suits. Right, there we go. So we have finally got enough calorite and everything else we need now to make ourselves our jet suits. So 20 jet suits, and that should allow us then to make our improbable probability device. Is there anything else we need to work on? I think we'll do the miniature portals now next episode, along with a bit of Botania. And I think everything else in here should be more or less done. Yeah, I think I have everything in here. Oh, yes. Gaia Spirit. Yeah, we'll have to do that next episode. But the last thing actually we'll make now is our focus summoning. To make this now, we need Wilden Wings, a Wilden Spike, a Wilden Horn, a Gold Ingot, and a Wilden Tribute. I did set up an actual Wilden in a Drink Me jar to see would it work. How do these guys keep escaping? I don't know. But I caught myself a Wilden, and it actually seems to be working. If I look up Wilden here, we got ourselves 8 of the tributes. Now, I'll probably just go ahead and summon the rest of them. But the fact that it actually just generates them slowly just by putting this guy in here. And I'll show you now how to actually summon this guy, because we'll do it once. All the way back over here, I have a ritual brazier and a chest with the items we need. We need to right-click it with the summon Wilden. And now we need to give it some stuff. And that's going to be each one of these Wilden drops. So Wilden Wing, Wilden Horn, and a Wilden Spike. Right-click it now to activate. And we should get ourselves a boss to spawn. Might take a second because the server's quite laggy. There we go. Now we just attack him. Now he's you can't just one-shot him, but we can get him down to half his HP. He'll upgrade, and now he's going into a 3rd phase, which will either grow wings, and there we go. And now he's defeated. And when you defeat him, you get yourself a Wilden Tribute. And actually, I'm going to upgrade my spell book with that. There we go. What? Poor dog. There we go. We got ourselves the Archmage spell book, which is actually quite nice. Oh, it doesn't fit in that slot now, so I need to fix that. There we go. So yeah, that's how we do that. So let's go back now and use our Wilden Tributes to make ourselves our other things. What is the other thing with gold ingots and a source gem block? Spike, wing, gold ingot, Wilden Tribute, Wilden Horn with the source gem block. And this will make us our spell focus, and I need 20 of them for our dragon soul. And yeah, we should have everything else. Give it a second because of the lag. Come on. Hey, there we go. Now we got ourselves a summoning focus, or focus of summoning. And yeah, I just need to go ahead and make 20 of those, and I'll do that between now and next episode. Right, do we have everything actually to make the pulsating black hole this episode? No, we don't, because we need to make Mjolnir. Right, so we'll finish this all up now next episode. I don't think there's anything else left to do today. Let's actually go get ourselves our Nexium Emitter first. So all of our things should be done in here. We have 19 of them. One of them failed. Okay, just give me out a gold plate. Oh, and you can hear this guy here is now ready. You can see the 4.93 bars at the top. This would be the perfect pressure now to have it set up. We probably could have waited the next episode to set up. I completely forgot we needed Botanium for this. And oh yeah, one other thing. This guy here, the micro missiles, you can actually buy from a villager. So don't need to craft and go through the whole PCB setup. You just set up a villager, give him a charging pad, and he will just sell it for emeralds. So 20 mechanical arms, and that should be all 20 of these. Oh, some of the things got messed up, I'd say. Gravitization. Oh, I thought I had all of those. And all right, there we go. We have all 20 Nexium Emitters. I would try to see if we had any more for more Oblivion shards. And yes, we're actually just one Stellarite short. Do we have all 4 of them by any chance? No, we don't. So I'll have definitely all 4, last one made by next episode. There's a few other things I would love to have gotten done today, which is a probability device. We have everything here apart from the 256mm storage part. I got the flight module by just getting like a gas and a mob duplicator and just slapping the hell out of them with syringes. So that was easy enough. But yeah, these components here, they're going to take a few days, I think, to craft. They take a long time. And I don't even think I have enough Certus quartz to even make all 20 of them. At the moment, I'm trying to craft more, but if I craft all 20, yeah, I'm still missing 368k. I can make 10 of them to start with, so we might as well get that going. But yeah, that's all I can do. So yeah, I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget the like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell while you're at it then as well. So, without any further ado, goodbye.